Hi everyone, it's Debbie Ann. I have a new journal to share with you. This one is a custom order and it's a Christian themed journal. The customer has been very patient with me waiting for this. It's taken a little longer to finish because I have a family member who has unexpectedly become unwell, so I've been a primary caregiver there, and I'm also a grandma, very hands-on grandma. I provide childcare on a almost daily basis for my little guy. So, with all of the life things happening around work, I'm not sure what my schedule will look like moving forward, but we're just trying to go with it for now. First, we'll go inside the journal. So on the inside front cover here, I used end papers from Reader's Digest, and then I framed a postage stamp. And throughout there are different things that are Christian-based ephemera. So here's a first day cover for Christmas. Absolutely stunning. Now you're going to see some little prayer cards throughout this project, and these are scanned copies of holy cards that my grandmother had. And some of them are older than she was, so I think they may have belonged to her mother or even her siblings. So I've scattered them throughout this project. Here I have a little envelope from the Graphics Fairy premium membership, and I added a graphic on there of a cross. I've got stamps throughout with a little bit of cheesecloth and some of these stem die cuts. Here we have a paragraph from a companion to the Bible. So I tried to embellish it in a way that makes it look like a very old book, making some creases and distressing the paper. And then these art pages that are from a box of artworks, I created pockets with. I was told that the user would probably be using this to store other memorabilia and ephemera, so I tried to create tuck spots and pockets throughout. Then I've got some original ephemera in here throughout as well. This is an original card that belonged to my grandmother. Most of these are usually in French. And with some of these art pages, I made them to flip up so that journaling can be done underneath. This one here opens up on the side. Here's a reproduction of a church postcard in my collection. A little bit of collage there. This was from Graphics Fairy. Another pocket here. Another envelope. This is from a title page in a book. This one here loads from the bottom. Here's another first day cover, and it opens up this way to put some things inside. Another postage stamp with a die cut. This is a tuck spot. This is also a prayer card of my grandmother's, and I did some of the fancy edges with a punch. Another pocket. This is part of the freebies over on Patreon. You don't have to be a member to access these. I'll have the link below. This is also from a cover or a title page in a book. This is the back, the actual prayer on the back of the cards. Graphics vary. This is one of my church postcards with some collage on there. And then underneath here I have a piece of an envelope. So there are two spots to tuck in. There's in the very back, and then there's in the window part. Here I cut off the description of the artwork and put it on this page. Another envelope. This is a printable. There are so many gorgeous postage stamps that are Christian. Here's a original postcard. Another tuck spot. This is a passage from a book. And then on this side I've got a large stamp. Another tuck spot there. This is one of my favorite envelopes from my stash. These stamps are so beautiful. This is another pocket. This one here flips out that way. Graphics vary. In here I've got a little card with some church images. This one flips down. Another tuck spot. This one here flips over and the description is on the bottom there. And here a security envelope that I turned inside out. And I've got a catalog card inside it and a postage stamp embellishment. And then on the back, this is also a end page from Reader's Digest, and I liked the little image there of a frame, but it said RD for Reader's Digest, so I covered that with a stamp and some cheesecloth. And then here on the back there was some sticker residue from, I guess, a price tag at some point, and I couldn't get it off without damaging the book cloth even more. So I simply added a postage stamp there, and I've glued it down really well. Next I made a little stack of ephemera that I thought the new owner might appreciate. So some of these are original cards. This is an original. It has a prayer on the back. It belonged to my grandmother. I have an entire box. It was a bit hard to part with some of these, but I know a bit of the story of who this is going to, so I feel really comforted by that. This is an original postcard of a Catholic church high on a mountain. And this is the other piece from the security envelope that I made the pocket with inside the journal. I didn't want this to go to waste, so I'm using it kind of as a tuck spot for the postcard. And then in here I just took an envelope that I had dipped in a eco bath some time ago, made a pocket out of it. And these are a couple of authentic cards. This is a blank holy card, and this is a prayer postcard. In this library pocket, I've got printables. This one here is from the Graphics Fairy, and these two are copies from my grandmother's collection, and I've distressed them to make them look more authentic. With this envelope, I made a bit of a folder, so you open it up and it's got a pocket inside, and I've got two original postcards, and they are both blank. Some more ephemera. This is an original from my grandmother's collection. Another postcard. This is a glassine envelope that I coffee stained, and then another original postcard here. The artwork is of the Last Supper. And then finally, this is a little angel card that I had from a deck. In the CD sleeve, I've got a couple of playing cards of some saintly figures from history. And I used the end page from the novel The Robe and created sort of like a little folding pocket for the CD envelope. The last thing I have here is a little fabric pouch that I made for something very special. It's an additional little gift I thought would go really well with this journal. And on the inside I have a paper envelope as the lining for the pouch. And this is part of the little leather library books, Christ in Flanders. These little books were published in the early 1920s, so it's about 100 years old, and the leather is extremely fragile, and the pages have aged just beautifully. So I wanted to present it in a special way so that the recipient can appreciate how unique and old this is. I'm very excited to send this to its forever home very soon. As I mentioned earlier, if you're interested in these little holy card printables, they are over on Patreon. The link will be below. What I have started working on next is a nature journal. I'm not sure how quickly I'll get this finished with everything else happening, but I will keep you posted over on my social profiles, and I'll have a video for that as soon as I can. So I really appreciate you watching. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye.